Hello, hello. Please let me know if you're here. I think so far I'm alone. I'm all by myself. I feel like I need to break out in song all by myself. Who knows that song? All by myself. I'm not a good singer, but here we go. I've been live for 29 seconds and I'm all alone. I'm so sad. Come and join me. Please say hi when you get here. Sorry for all my goofiness here. Um, I am happy that you are here. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I'm thrilled that you're here. I am so excited for today. I want to show you this awesome technique. Hello, Christine. Welcome here, my friend. Nice to see your name pop up here. Yeah, I forget I cannot remember whose YouTube I think it might have been that I came across showing an awesome thing. Hello, Rita, that we often always have in our homes, and I'm going to create an amazing uh, backdrop, like a DSP. I'm going to be creating my own DSP using it. But first, can I take care of business? Let me scoot the view around. Oops, I forgot to turn my lights on. As soon as I saw that, all I see is shadows. Excuse me while I grab that big light. So the first thing I want to chat about is my March card. We are doing the amazing bay window. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's striking. So when you do get your kit, do not start scoring because I need to show you what to do because that is so fun. That class is on March 7th or 8th, depending on if you want an in-person class or a virtual class. You can sign up for that class. Hello, Darlene. Welcome here. Oh, you can't comment on Facebook. That is weird. I wonder what Facebook is up to. You never know with those guys. So if you do want to sign up for March class, you are going to find that, or you can send me an email and I can send it to you. But there is the link for the March class that will take you to my Google form where you can sign up for the class. Let me know how many kits you want. Let me know which class you want to come to. So you're just going to do the whole HTTPS and all of that stuff. That is for March class, okay? Super fun fold bay window using the beautiful New Horizons DSP. I love that. I also have a goodie coming your way. It's an all-day birthday stack. I'm doing this in person only. Unless I have a whole bunch of people cry out that they want to do it virtually, then I will set that up for another time. But it's an all-day event. I'm going to serve lunch. You do not need to bring a thing. There's going to be coffee and tea all day, goodies, prizes, bingo games, and all kinds of fun stuff. And with that registration, I'm also including a full pack of polished dots, iridescent rhinestones, full pack, and half a sheet of the New Horizons DSP. So if you want to come to that class, you can either sign up or let me know. Hi, Carol, welcome here. Hi, Barb, welcome here. Nice to see you. And Dar, I'm glad that you're able to comment on Facebook now. So if you do want to sign up for that birthday stack class, again, all day event, I'm serving lunch. We'll have music going and I just need to find it. There's birthday stack. So lunch is included and 9 cards. Super fun, super fun. If you want the February bundle tutorial, does not matter where you live. I can send that to you if you are out of Canada. All you would do is you would send me $25 and I will send you a link to 34 tutorials for $25. Or if you place a, what is it? There are guidelines. If you place a $65 merchandise What am I trying to say? I'm tripping over my words here. Merchandise order in my online store. There we go. And for more info on that, I think I had that. No, I don't. Drop me a line if you are interested in the February bundle tutorial. I am in this bundle tutorial with 34 other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. I am also featuring my very first ever product-based class. So the way that works is I order for you the Ladybug bundle, and I am offering this class in home or virtual, 2 different dates for that. If you already own the Ladybug bundle, say that fast 10 times. All you would do is let me know that you do want to come to this class, and you're just going to place a $50 order in my online store. You're going to use this host code here before you check out, but let me know that you want in on the Ladybug Punch product-based class, and I will get that off to you. Okay, so there is a little bit of business. So thank you for being patient with me and allowing me to do that with you here. Okay, on to the card. Let's go back to the comments. Let's see what I miss. Oh, the bay, it's stunning, Darlene. And with this, the New Horizons DSP, it is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, I am going to feature 2 Stampin' Up! Celebration items. This celebration is almost over. So if you don't have these stamp sets and you want it, don't forget to place a $60 order. You can place 60 and get this one, or you can place a 60 and get that set. I am going to use this sentiment in the Catching Butterflies for our card, but I hadn't played with the Island Vibes yet. Let me see if I can get some of that glitter off, or not glitter, glare. Excuse me, that's the word I'm looking for, glare. So we're going to be playing with the Island Vibes today, and it's beautiful. And yes, Barb, I love the bay window as well. It's gorgeous. Okay, who wants to see the cards? If you don't, look away, because I'm going to show you 3 cards that I've already created using this stamp set. Okay, so here are 3 cards, and I'm going to recreate it. Now, the pineapple is very different on both of them. Reason being, with this one here, I used my Stampin' Right marker, and I stamped on the stamp, and then I can't talk today. I colored on the stamp, and then I stamped it onto the DSP. With this one here, what I did was I stamped the pineapple, and then with the Stampin' Right marker, I made kind of all the little etch marks that you find in a pineapple. I prefer this one, where I actually put the ink down on the stamp rather than onto the paper. Let's get that hid. And back to my comments. So don't hesitate to ask questions as I go, and I will keep looking up for your comments. Okay, so with the card, I used the In Color DSP. I love these In Colors. So this is the 2021-2023 In Colors, and they're gorgeous. I use the Evening Evergreen. And let's get to the card. Kind of in a schmozzle here. All right. I've got all my elements cut and ready to go. So it is a standard A2 card. So 8.5 by 4 1/4, scored at 4 1/2 to give us, or scored at 4 1/4, 8.5 by 5 1/2. Sorry. So all it is it is a full sheet cut in half, scored in half, and there's your card base. Okay. Here's where the magic takes place. You're going to take your Whisper White panel, and this measures 4 by 5 1/4. Yes, 4 by 5 1/4. Now, you know when you, for all of us who get Stampin' Up orders, you know how you get your bubble wrap? Don't be too quick to throw it all away. Hang on to at least one. Cut it open, and then what you want to do is you actually want to just cut a piece of it. Now, if it's dusty, give it a good wipe before you use it, okay? But I had a piece from something else. Now, I've got a flat side and I've got a bubble side, okay? Let's get a piece of scrap paper. I think you know where I'm going with this. Has anybody done this before using bubble wrap? It's gorgeous. Just saying. We're going to grab our soft, succulent. Well, Karen Palmer, hello, my dear friend. You know what we're doing today? We've got a piece of bubble wrap, okay? So we've got our flat side and we've got our bubble side. We're going to open up our ink pad. This is soft, succulent. And what I'm going to do, I want to make sure that I'm in camera here. I am taking my bubble side and bubble side down on my ink pad. So who's done this before? I'm not worried about like amazing coverage. I just want it big enough so that when I go down, and you can do it at an angle, you can go straight, whatever you want to do. And down we go. Let's give that a gentle massage. It moved, but that's okay. And there is our design. Okay, so that is a quick way of doing your own DSP. Now I did move, so it looks a little bit blotchy. Let's do that again. And then all I would do is I would wipe that down. So I'm just patting the bubble wrap right onto my stamp pad. Rita, it's so fun. So you know what? Hang on to at least one of your bags. And this time when I go down, I am going to try not to move. Okay, so down we go. Give it a massage. I don't care if it's like, I don't mind that I've got an empty spot. It's just part of the whole design. If it bothers you, make sure you you just give it a little swipe over the entire bubble wrap. Now, before I end up with ink everywhere, I don't know if you can see, but there's still ink on here. Maybe you can tell better from there. Yeah, you can a little bit. I am just going to wipe that off, but I don't want to pop my bubbles. So for all of us who have grandchildren, you have to keep at least one sheet of this away from their little hot hands because you know what they want to do. So that actually gets tucked away, and that's part of my supplies because I love this technique. So then all I'm going to do is I am going to place this homemade DSP right down on my card base. So we're putting a little bit of adhesive on the side that we want down. Anybody been outside today if you're in Winnipeg? It's brutal out there. You're a saver, Rita. That's great. Perfect. Keep one of them and put it right in with your supplies. Now, all I do is I kind of eyeball left, right, top, center, or top, bottom, left, right, top, center, left, right, top, bottom, and I kind of eyeball square. So I'm probably about a 1/16 of an inch away from every border. And again, this area here is white. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. All right, we're going to tuck that aside. I used the layering circle dies. I love this set. It's in the main catalog. So I used this one here for my basic white. And I used this one here, which tucks right in there. And I used that for, I can't pick it up, my evening evergreen. Okay. So that's what I use. And that was just a scrap paper that I had. 56 degrees in Connecticut. Carol, can I come to your house? It is freezing here in Winnipeg. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. If somebody wants to Google that for me, so Carol can kind of understand how cold it is here. I think it's minus like 23 or something like that. But if somebody wants to post, if you want to Google the current temperature in Winnipeg and convert that to Fahrenheit so that Carol knows how terrible it is here. And you have palm trees in your front. Oh, Karen. Okay, you know what I did different with this one? So with these, I just, I use the same size of circle. I die cut it. I put it down on the evening evergreen circle, but I just left it. And with this one, I'll see if I like it or not. I actually ran that through the embossing folder, and I used the hammered metal. Okay, I used the hammered metal. I just wanted to give it a different look. This kind of reminds me of kind of like a dry, cracked desert scene. So I thought it would be fabulous. You can use either side. I want these lines up. So that's the way I'm going to put that down. So let's just get that down right away. It looks like a golf ball. Yeah, it could. Definitely. Definitely. And I have done that, Barb. I made my father, when he was still with us, I made him a birthday card and made the circle. It was much smaller, but made the circle to look like a golf ball, which was a lot of fun. Okay, so that's done and ready for our card. I need a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to grab my Stamparatus. I'm going to stamp a few things to show you. I want to see. You had cold weather last week. Well, Carol, you know what? Unless you experience this cold, it's kind of like you don't know cold. Oh boy, it's cold. Okay, so this is just a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to show you how I did my pineapple, but I love this element too, so I want to stamp that again. Okay, so let's grab our pineapple from the Island Vibes. Karen, I hope you are enjoying your palm trees. And I think that's going to fit that way. And yes, I'm going to fussy cut it after. Okay, so I've got this upside down, so I need to keep that in mind. I want my leaves of my pineapple in soft succulent. I'll try not to get my head in there. So I want to make sure that I go low enough that I have inked up my leaves. And my soft succulent definitely needs some more ink. And then I'm going to grab my pale papaya. It's -9 Fahrenheit. There you go. And it feels like, there you go. So Carol, I don't know if that gives you a little bit of perspective of how cold this is. So again, pale papaya. Now I'm going to ink the bottom half of my pineapple coming up towards my leaves. And I want to make sure that I get my whole, I've got a little bit of green on my stamp pad. I'm not too worried about that. And then I want to show you another little goodie. One of my friends, I was watching someone's blog, actually I think it was Dina Rico, a couple of weeks ago. And you know when you play air hockey and you've got that air hockey mallet, that's what she uses. And I thought, oh, that's brilliant. I need to get one. But then a friend of mine just took a jar and put one of those felt things on the bottom of it, you know, that you would put on furniture. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put it right on my Stampin' Mist. So watch this. There's my little handle. So it's just my Stampin' Mist with a little felt underneath it. And we all have these felts kicking around. And ta-da! There is my pineapple. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And then I would fussy cut it. Okay. So let's take that off. because I want to actually use that flower or that plant. I guess it's a plant because I love it and I wanted another one of those. Don't forget to share. If you do, let me know that you have, and I will enter your name for a draw. Pardon me. I've got this dry tickle. And I could feel it wanting to come up. It's still there. And now I feel like I did pull it out. Now I feel like I need to sneeze. This is not good. Excuse me. Okay, let's put that down. And I want to use my Stamparatus in case I have to come back and stamp it a second time. I think both of these ink pads need some ink. Karen, thank you for sharing. I forgot to mention that sooner. I usually mention it right away. Been a little preoccupied trying to get a whole bunch of my classes done. I think most of my April classes, well, I think all of my April classes are going to be virtual because Dean has business in BC. So guess what I'm doing? We're jumping in the truck. He needs to load it with all his supplies. And off to BC we go with a few business stops along the way. I'm excited. Karen, so far you are winning the door prize for sure. Oh, whoop, Carol. Carol's in. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Karen. Carol. I always look, Carol, when I go to write your name because I am French. And most of my French friends, they have an E at the end of their name, Carol. And so I always look up to see, okay, does Carol spell it with an E or without? But you don't. Barb, thank you, darling. I've got your name down. I think I'm going to pass this one more time. It really does need to be re-inked. There's no doubt about it. And I did feature that last week on how I re-inked. Sherry, welcome here, my dear. I will write your name down in a moment. Whoop. There we go. I'm happy with that. Let's just tuck this away real quick so I can get fussy cutting. But Sherry, I need to write down your name. I didn't even have my little papers ready. Sherry. I am going to grab a few more in case I have more people that share. Now, when you fussy cut, a lot of people don't like to, but I was that little girl in kindergarten that loved to fussy cut. Hello, Shell, welcome here. And so when you fussy cut, all you're doing is you're turning your paper more than you are turning your scissors, if that makes any sense. I never know if that makes sense to people, but I move my paper far more than I move my scissors. So I kind of turn and squeeze, cut, whatever you want to call it. Whoa, just about cut that off. Trying to cut quickly, right? Not good. And here we go. Getting there. I love to fussy cut and I love to color. Oh, Shell, you're watching on YouTube. How cool is that? I just love that I can do that. I can, with StreamYard, I can do YouTube and Facebook at the same time, which is just lovely. So see how, I hope I'm in camera here. See how I turn my paper a lot? And this little plant actually features that quite nicely because you have to move your paper so much, especially when you're up at the plant part. Anybody been following the Olympics? I am. Oh, Dar, I'm sorry. Thank you for mentioning that. And I'm glad I looked up because I had not seen that you shared. So thank you for that because I would have missed that. So we're just about finished the plant part. And I mean, I'm not super worried about, getting right in there and precision cutting and all of that. I could stamp this and put it on my scan and cut and it could cut it for me again and again and again, but I wanted to show you how I did that. Okay, so our card base is done. Shell and Cherie, I'm trying to remember who came in a little bit late. Barb, I think you came in late. I created this background by using bubble wrap. Okay, so I just patted my bubble wrap onto my stamp pad, put down a piece of scrap paper, as you can see, and then just very lightly, just rubbed the back of it. Okay, so I'm going to take my circle elements and I want those about there. I've got a piece of the DSP. There's two different sides. I want the little dots to kind of go with the card. And so this is 6 inches by 1.5. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper cutter and no measuring really. I'm just going to put that down. I want it cut about there and give it a slice. And there you go. I've got 2 banners for 2 different cards. One is longer than the other. It doesn't matter. I know. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. And so that's going to go down on my card. That's going to go down on my card. That's going to go down on my card. And my sentiment. So you know what I did? I think I've showed you this before. I have one of these beautiful boxes and it is just full of strips. So these are like, what are they? A lot of them are 1/4 inch strips. I don't throw them away. I pulled a strip out of there and I stamped ahead of time. You make me happy. Now, sometimes if the sentiment is small enough, it's going to fit in the classic label. But I have a feeling with this one, it's going to cut some of my letters off. Yeah, it doesn't really fit. I don't want any of my letters or, my little Y thing getting cut off, my little tails. You know what was really bummer? And Barb, you're making me remember this. When I woke up this morning and I was getting ready for the day, I had the radio on and I wasn't even, I was sort of paying attention, but not paying attention close enough to know that there was going to be a spoiler alert. And then on the radio, they announced that Gushu was out of the running for gold. And I'm like, no, I have not watched that game yet. So frustrating. So I pre-stamped my sentiment, and now, as I did on this card, so what I'm doing is I'm showing you that you don't always need all of the punches, in order to make like a funky little label. All I'm going to do is I'm going to cut at an angle here, and I'm going to cut at an angle there, and I want that one a little bit closer to the U, and there you go. So easy peasy. Easy peasy. If you don't have a punch that fits for your sentiment and you really want it, that's a great way of doing it differently. And I stamped it twice because one was super crooked, so I stamped it again. But nobody's going to know when that gets put down on my card that way, okay? This I am going to just put liquid adhesive down. Has anybody else shared so I can enter your name for a draw? Well, hello, Staten Island. Lori, welcome here. You're late to the party. The bubble wrap background, you know what that was? That was soft succulent. Thank you for asking. Have you seen that technique before, Lori? And I always ask my girls, whether they're on YouTube or Facebook, if you share that you're watching this and you let me know that you've shared, I will enter your name for a draw. at the end of my video. And it doesn't matter where you put this flag down. So again, it's 1.5 inches wide. And, oh, you know what? I want to put, Dar, thank you for welcoming my guests. Let's put that down. And you could put that on dimensionals as well. And that's what we're going to do with this little guy here. And let's get a dimensional down on the pot and halfway down, just so it doesn't sag. Welcome, welcome all my YouTubers and all my Facebookers. Nice to see these beautiful names come up. Does my heart good. We're going to put that down. Now you could sponge that white a little bit if you want a little bit of texture on that. Let's remove the backing of our sentiment. Let's put that down, and doesn't really matter where. Why am I agonizing over this? Just put it down, Denise. And I kind of want it centered a little bit. Lift up. There we go. Centered this way. And then I'm going to grab, where did I put those? I'm going to grab the brushed metallic adhesive dots. Okay. Susan, welcome here. Thank you for sharing. I have entered your name for the draw. Nice to see you pop in. Are you on lunch? Are you on lunch again? And let's get some of these. I'm going to use, what is this color? I don't know what that is. This is gold brass. I guess it's silver. I want one right there. Let's grab a small one right there. Susan, I used bubble wrap for my handmade DSP. Such a fun technique. Let's grab another big guy and put it, sure, right there. Done. That's it. Pewter. Thank you. Yes, Carol, you're right. Gold, copper, and pewter. Okay. I wouldn't have thought of that at all because I knew it wasn't silver, but I'm like, what's the name of that color? It's pewter. I think you're right. I think you are right. So there is the card. Let me pull out the other ones that I had done ahead of time. So the same, but a little bit different. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at this, I realize when I stamped this one, I actually used Evening Evergreen. And this one I used soft succulent. And then again, here's the pineapple that I did today, showing you how I did the two colors on one. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad. Well, yeah, I'm glad that that these are great ideas. And Carol, I think your guessing is probably bang on. So let me pull up. Let me pull up a window. Share screen. And let me start writing your names. Okay, I'm assuming you can see that because I'm in a different window now. So watch for your name, and if you did share and I haven't typed your name, please let me know. I'm not going to cap anything, so sorry. Barb, whoops, and Carol, and whoops, Carol and Karen, and Sherry. I'm going to come back to the window here. Dar and Susan. Now, come back to StreamYard. Thanks, Carol. Thank you, Susan. That's great. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Did anybody else share whose name I did not add onto the wheel? So I've got Barb, Carol, Karen, Sherry, Dar, and Susan. I will wait a minute or two before I hit that wheel. and see who the winner is for today. And then if you win, you get to choose one of these cards, and I will get that off to you. Here we go. Let's get that spinner spinning. I don't know if you can hear that, the clicking noise? The winner today is Sherry. Sherry, welcome to the winner circle. Let's come back here. And I guess I can remove that because we don't need it anymore. So Sherry, you are the winner. So you have two pineapples to choose from, or two plants to choose from. So Sherry, let me know which card you would like, and I will get that card off to you. Kathy, welcome here. It is so fine that you're late. Not to worry, not to worry at all. So, Sherry, I will text you or message you, however that's going to work. And I will make sure that I've got your correct address. I will get a card in the mail for you. And just let me know which one you want. You can choose either one of the pineapples or one of the plants. Okay. So, congrats. And yeah, thanks everyone for popping by today. Just a super quick post. And yeah, you can step it up. These two I sponged, as you can tell, or not sponged, I brushed. And the pineapple on the right side, please. So this one here, I'm assuming. Okay, I will get that off to you, Sherry. I think that's if our cameras are both looking the same way. And Sherry, I will message you and make sure that I've got your correct mailing address, and you're very welcome. So thank you everybody for popping in today, and it was lovely to see all your names pop up. Makes me feel good that you would take some time out of your day and just hang out with me. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's Thursday. It's coming. It's almost here. Bye now. Have a great weekend, everyone, and the rest of your day. Bye-bye.